Hello, everyone. This is Tina Kadish of Life is Ideal. Happy Tuesday. Hope that you're having a great week so far. So I wanted to tune in today, and I look forward to everyone who's going to join me either live or replay. So what I wanted to talk to you, many of you know my story is that I was in corporate America, got laid off years ago, and I stepped into a journey to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I realized that I wanted to be an entrepreneur to changing women's lives, to step out of corporate into entrepreneurship. And today I want to talk to you about what it's really like coming home after a day at the office. So for those of you that right now are working, now it used to be in person, right? But if you're working in person at the office or even working remotely, but you're working for someone else, let's step into how are you feeling right now doing that? And do you see yourself that you want to do something else? Perhaps you want to be an entrepreneur. Perhaps you want to get that career that you love and you just don't know what you want to do. You're frustrated. You could be stuck right now, unfulfilled. And, I know today's Tuesday, but how do you feel when you go in on Monday and you're like, oh, you're dragging, okay? Well, how do you feel when you're coming home? So I have to tell you, in 2018, I did leave corporate America to step into being an entrepreneur full time. Thank you, whoever is joined me. Say hello, and let's see, how is your day going so far? So it's a beautiful weather here in Connecticut, by the way. I took a walk earlier, and it felt really good to step into nature. And that's one of the things that I love being an entrepreneur, that you can do what you want. You create your schedule. You create what you want, okay, to create in your life. You set intentions. And not everything goes according to plan, but you really focus on what is it that you want to do for the day. One thing that I've been doing lately is focusing on what is the one thing that I can tackle for the day. And I knew that today I wanted to do a live, wanted to come in, and I was really thinking about what do I want to talk about. So I want people to get a feeling of what was it like when I was coming home from a day at the office. Now, this was pre-COVID because I did leave my position in 2018. And so I would come home not only tired, but kind of like, oh, frustrated, because there were days that you're just pulling your hair out and you just can't seem to calm down. There were days that I would really drive around before coming home because I didn't want to bring it home to the family. And many times I did, because sometimes you could be frustrated and you're going through a bad day and you're taking it home. So when I would come home from the office, many times I was just not only tired, but angry. Angry because I was in the office one more day dealing with the crap. Now, it begins with the decision. And if you want to change something, what are you doing right now to change your life? So if you're one of those that right now are dealing with a corporate situation, well, hi, Michelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Amazing things this woman is doing. She's America's Supermom. Thank you so much. I decided to put on some pink today. Bright weather outside, bright colors here. So I wanted to tune in with different colors because I've been wearing a lot of grays and a lot of dark colors. So as we get into the warmer weather, I'd like to just spruce it up a little. So thank you, Michelle. So how it felt was like I would come home not only tired and just dragging and so burnt out that I didn't have the time to focus on my business some days. There were evenings that I didn't focus on my business at all because I was so tired. So for those of you, can you relate to that right now, that you are just so tired? And I know some people here in my community are in that situation. I know people that feel like they're a slave. They're just hustling and they're coming home and they're just exhausted, okay? And you've got kids, you've got dinner put on the table, you are just exhausted. So the last thing you're thinking about is focusing on your business. I know that I tried to do as much as I can until 2018. I just exited my corporate world and really wanted to step into how do I help women primarily go out of corporate into entrepreneurship. But it begins with knowing your why, getting that clarity that you need. And that's the first step to getting that clarity on what is it that you want to do. So I was, like I said, tired, burnt out, exhausted. So coming home, a lot of times you just vent. And people don't want to be around negative people. I would take it back to the workplace the next day and not be so great with my peers, my coworkers, because I was always frustrated because I wasn't making progress. I wasn't seeing results. Hello, yes, I know the freeing, and I know because you're homeschooling. So Lachelle is an entrepreneur. She's got many children, 15, and she's got homeschooling. So I know that now we're dealing with different situation. You're not maybe going to an office and coming home. Your office is your home, and you're surrounded with homeschooling. You're surrounded with your own job that you got to do remotely. And then you want to step into being an entrepreneur. So, pulling our hair out. So my advice to you is this, and this is something that I learned, and I have 3 things that I want to share with you, is really write down what is it that is holding you back, okay? What is it about your job that you want to change? Like, what is it that you want to change about your life, okay? Let's step into that. What do you want to change in your life right now, okay? Write it down, okay? Why do you want to change it? Like, what is affecting you right now staying in that corporate world? Because for me, it affected my health, it affected my relationships, it just affected my overall well-being, okay? And especially when there were days that I was coming home saying, I'm smarter than my boss, I know more than her, but yet she's making a lot more than me. She's taking credit for the things that I'm doing. And those were some of the things that were happening when I was going home, because I was feeling frustrated that I wasn't even paid for what I was worth. And we're all paid a lot more than what we're getting. And that's the other thing, that you're not getting paid for the work you're doing in your corporate world. And you can make so much more as an entrepreneur. Now, I'm going to say also, there's a disclaimer here. You're not going to make all that money right away. Okay? It does take work. You know, you go to a job every day. Okay, if you're going to a job outside of your home, you're going in there, right? And you're putting in the work. Well, how about putting in the work in your entrepreneurship? Like, what is holding you back? I know women right now, they're working in a corporate world. They want to be an entrepreneur full time, but they're telling me, well, I'm too tired. I have the kids' activities, and I'm just exhausted. But if you pick one thing every day that you're going to do that will move you closer to leaving that corporate world. So it's not only write down what is it that you want to change, okay? What, see yourself in that change, creating that vision. What do you desire, okay? And write it down. What do you desire? What do you want to bring into your life, okay? I knew that my vision was to be an entrepreneur, sharing the message to other women that I can support them to step out of the corporate world and dive into entrepreneurship. It's not easy. There's trade-offs, okay? And if fear is holding you back, which it did for me, yes. But what are you afraid of? What is the fear? And write down why you're afraid of it, okay? And keep digging and digging until you really find the real reason that you're afraid to leave the job. It could be security. You're getting paid well. And, it's the fear of failure, the fear of success. It's that money that you're holding on to in the corporate world, and you just don't think you can do it as an entrepreneur. You just don't think you are maybe worthy of it, or that you're enough that you can do it, okay? Because I've been talking to quite a few people, and the common thing that comes up, they don't believe in themselves. And it begins right here. They don't believe they can do it. They're not feeling worthy about it. Thank you. Who else has joined us? Say hello. We're talking about life coming home after being in the office. And being in the office could be right in your home today with COVID, dealing with homeschooling and dealing with life combined at home. It's like, at least sometimes in the office used to step away, okay, and then come home at night, which was exhausting, okay, and many times for me because I brought in the work at home. And that's another thing. I would always bring work to home, and like I said, complaining affected relationships. People don't want to hear you complain all the time, okay? They just don't. And I would be frustrated because I wasn't seeing results. So Are you looking for results and you're not seeing them? Are you really right now just frustrated and you're just stuck and you say, this is not working? Why do I even bother? It's not going to happen and I'm just giving up right now. Well, you never want to give up. I invite you to take action, even if it's one action a day. Okay? Whatever you want to do. If there's something that you want to learn about, take a class. You want to get into a new career and you need some skills, take some classes. There's a lot of things online that you can take advantage of. So, but really, really you owe it to yourself to step into loving what you do, being passionate about it, being excited every day that what you do is making an impact for others. And that's my mission, I want to help corporate women to really create that prosperity, loving what they do. That you can make money, by the way, doing what you love. But it begins with action. What is that one small action you can take today? Lachelle, like I said, she's an entrepreneur. She's doing an amazing thing with her business, and she is doing it with all the kids that she has, and it can be done. So enough with the excuses. And, really, are you worth it? Do you believe you're worth it, that you can do it? Okay, so this is what I would love to help you. So if you're looking for some clarity, I offer 30-minute clarity calls. I will put my link to get on my calendar and let's chat. Or what are some challenges right now? But what is holding you back to moving forward? Okay, because you don't want to be that person that takes all that baggage, that crap from the work and taking it home. The harmony is not going to be there, and you're going to be affected. Your health could be affected. Your relationships are affected. Your overall well-being. Life is too short, everyone, to be miserable, to be frustrated, to be unhappy, and have no joy. So let's step it up. I want 2021 to be awesome for all of you, and let's get into that feeling of loving what you do every day. And so I will leave you with that. Let's get on a call and let's chat. Let's have a conversation about what is going on in your world and how can I support you. Tina Kadish, Life is Ideal. You can always visit my website, www.lifeisideal.com, and let's connect there. But I'll leave you here my calendar link so we can chat. All right? So I thank all of you for tuning in. Lachelle, thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody who is going to be watching my replay, and I see that additional people have joined us, so I would love to see who has joined us, because sometimes I can't see here who has joined us. So I will leave you with that. You don't ever want to take your misery from work into your home life. You really want to love what you do. And there were days that I was just so frustrated and coming home crying because I was so angry with what I was doing. Okay, love you too, girl. Lachelle, thank you so much. And I know we haven't connected in a long time, but I see all the great things that you're doing with all of your podcasts, TV shows, and all those collaborations that you're doing. So Tina Kadish, Life is Ideal, and let's change your life. Let's make your life so happy that you just were like, whoa, I should have done this sooner. And I was so grateful that I left my corporate job in 2018. All right, so you can too. Let's talk. All right, bye everybody. Have a great week. Until next time.